This is a demonstration of exercise 6A26, comparing ending merchandise inventory, cost of goods sold, and gross profit using the periodic inventory system under FIFO, LIFO, and weighted average methods. The problem states assume that Jump Coffee Shop completed the following periodic inventory transactions for a line of merchandise inventory. The problem gives us the beginning merchandise inventory and purchases and sales transactions for the month of June. It gave us the units and the unit price for each one of these. I have added these two columns, one for available for sale and the other for sold items. This column will give us the cost for all of the goods that were available for sale, and then this column gives us the retail revenue for the items that were sold. In requirement 1, it tells us to compute ending merchandise inventory, cost of goods sold, and gross profit using the FIFO inventory costing method. Now we know when we use the periodic system we are not keeping perpetual inventory records. What we do is we just at the end of the period we count the number of items that we have left. Then we use one of the costing methods to get the ending merchandise inventory, and we subtract ending merchandise inventory from this figure, goods available for sale, and that's how we get cost of goods sold. Then after we get cost of goods sold, we can determine gross profit by subtracting it from sales revenue. So the first thing you have to do is, after you've determined the available for sale, goods available for sale, is cost out that ending inventory. Under FIFO, we say the first items that we had in are the first ones out. So the ending inventory is going to come from our most recent purchase. Our most recent purchase was sold, what the cost was $23 each. So we're going to cost out the ending inventory at $23 times 6, or $138. We subtract that from what we had available for sale and we get cost of goods sold. So now we know our FIFO cost of goods sold. We need to determine also our sales revenue. Well, we actually already did that up here, but we can also multiply 27 units times $37 and we get $999 again. Subtract the cost of goods sold that we determined under FIFO, and we get gross profit under FIFO of $534. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it under LIFO. We have the same goods available for sale. We have the same number of units. But the difference is we're going to say that the last items we got in were the first items we sold. So that means that our ending inventory are going to come from our earliest purchases, or in this case, beginning inventory. Our beginning inventory had a $15 unit price, so that's going to be the price that we're going to use for the 6 items in ending inventory. So this time we get an ending merchandise inventory of $90 that we subtract from goods available for sale, and that gives us $513 in cost of goods sold. We can get our sales revenue again at 27 units at $37 and subtract our cost of goods sold, and we get gross profit under LIFO of $486. The last part of the problem wants us to compute ending merchandise inventory, cost of goods sold, and gross profit using the weighted average inventory costing method. Well, in order to get the weighted average, we start out with what was our cost, total cost that was available for sale, and that's still $603. How many units did we have available for sale? We had 17, 5, and 11. That, if we add those together, that was 33 units. So we divide 603 by 33 units, and we get an average, weighted average cost of $18.27. We multiply that by the 6 units in ending inventory, and we get $110 for ending inventory. And subtracting that from goods available for sale, we get $493 in cost of goods sold. We determine our revenue again, 27 units times $37. We subtract our $493 from our $999 in sales revenue, and that gives us gross profit under the weighted average method of $506. And that is the conclusion of exercise 6A26.